In Colombia, FARC rebels have suspended their unilateral ceasefire, and the government has resumed daily airstrikes, killing at least 50 people. But as Alessandro Rampietti reports, talks between the two sides are continuing.
Back to war and tit for tat. A government airstrike after FARC killed 11 soldiers in April. 27 rebels died in the attack, including a former FARC peace negotiator. It brought an end to the rebels' unilateral ceasefire. On the ground, further deterioration with an increase in daily skirmishes. The escalation has angered Colombians, but it hasn't stopped the talking.
This back and forth is always the same. Nobody understands the logic of it, but this has been happening in previous failed peace negotiations. One step forward and two backwards, and Colombians keep dying.
In theory, the government and the FARC both think it would be a good idea to stop killing each other while they continue negotiating an end to this 50-year-old conflict. But in practice, that's proving difficult. Some positive steps have been taken, like the start of a joint effort to get rid of landmines. But the return of violence could slow down the process. Former Peace Commissioner Victor Ricardo says that unless the sides agree to a full ceasefire, these setbacks are inevitable.
Both sides offered a sort of unilateral ceasefire without a real agreement, and this creates confusion. And without a system in place to verify eventual violations, this does not help the negotiations, and it does not help national and international public opinion to understand the conflict.
In an unexpected move, President Santos sent Foreign Minister Maria Ángela Holguín to join the talks. She's expected to help broker a deal on one main stumbling block: the punishment for combatants who have committed war crimes.
It's important that the government be more effective in counteracting the role of specific spoilers who have tried to convince the Colombian population that essentially we're faced with a dual option of sending all FARC members to jail or allowing them to get away with impunity.
It's still unclear if a balance can be struck on this fundamental issue, one that can satisfy the FARC, the public, and the International Criminal Court. But only real progress on this point could bring the negotiations back on track and finally silence the guns. Alessandro Rampietti, Al Jazeera, Bogotá.